Who is you, Sharon?
I'm me, man. I ain't trying to be nothing else.
Close your eyes and recall a time when you felt you had lost your true self to society's pressures. A moment you wore a mask, pretending to be someone you didn't recognize. The day you played a role just to get by. Or perhaps this isn't just a single moment for you. Maybe this is your ongoing reality. Who is you? From an early age, our protagonist, Chiron, is constantly bullied and singled out. Aside from being seemingly introverted and slightly smaller than the other boys, we don't really understand why. It is not until this moment.
You ever see the way he walk, one? You gonna tell him why the other boys kick his ass all the time? Huh?
That the audience is left to question what she is referring to. You see, the small glimpses we observe of Chiron being himself denote a completely different version of what's been projected on him by the outside world. Unfortunately, Chiron is growing up in an environment that, almost literally, leaves him without a voice of his own. The exploration of oneself is no easy task, in part to the natural complexity humans possess. This concept is highlighted at the table scene with Juan. Chiron is curious about sexuality, and the conversation is handled in a delicate manner with Juan.
Am I affected?
No. No. You could be gay, but you never let nobody call you no faggot.
Conversely, Chiron questions Juan about drug dealing and his dealings to his own mother. Prior to this very moment, Chiron views Juan as a safe haven, a gentle and protective man whom he can look up to. However, this version of Juan juxtaposes the version of himself we see when he's posted on the block.
Most natural. Thanks. Good.
Get out the f***ing car.
Calm down.
You shut the f*** up.
Throughout the film, we witness similar contradictions in behavior from every character.
Do it again. Do it. Do it.
One of my favorite aspects of this film is how it introduces us to Juan instead of Chiron in the opening scene. Juan's illegal activities are promptly revealed, yet our judgment of him is shaped more by his interactions with Chiron than by his illicit actions. We are not meant to fully understand the persona Juan presents to the outside world. Instead, we are invested in his relationship with Chiron and what he represents for him. In contrast, we infer Chiron's homosexuality and nature from what others say about him rather than from his own actions or declarations. Chiron's struggle is compounded by his inability to navigate his environment. He does not understand who he is. He only knows the version of himself that others impose on him, a version that seems abnormal and inferior to those around him. It is not until he is betrayed by his only friend and brutally beaten that he realizes he must take matters into his own hands to survive.
You trying to get smart with me, huh, Chiron? Yeah, you trying to get smart with me, huh?
Kevin is a charismatic boy who goes to great lengths to portray himself as a ladies' man and a tough guy. Despite this facade, Kevin is Chiron's first lover, sharing an intimate moment and openly discussing life under the moonlight. However, Kevin humiliates Chiron to fit in. Kevin reveals he succumbed to the violence of the hood and served time in juvenile detention. Juan showcases the duality of man by being loving and compassionate, likely facing a similar upbringing as Chiron.
Good choice. Put it in your pocket.
Yet he is also a drug dealer, contributing to the addiction of Chiron's mother, and in turn, Chiron's hardships.
Come on.
Hey, yo, what you gonna do? Chiron? I'll fuck you up.
Even Terrell, ironically named similarly to the author of the original unpublished play, projects his internalized homophobia by targeting Chiron, thus removing the target from his own back. From making a spectacle every time he confronted Chiron to his crude sexual commentary about women while in the presence of other men, he was putting in an effort to further push his own masculine image. It is during this time in juvenile detention that Chiron realizes his survival depends not on who he is, but on who he portrays himself to be. Afterwards, he transforms completely, becoming almost unrecognizable. Notably, Chiron does not necessarily mirror Juan's identity, but adopts his image. A charismatic, muscular man with a distinct fashion sense, who also drug deals. Although this transformation does not last.
When we got to Atlanta, I started over. Built myself from the ground up. Built myself hard.
At some point, you gotta decide for yourself who you want to be. Can't let nobody make that decision for you.
Though audiences may feel they did not receive a redemption story from Juan, his redemption arc reveals itself through his influence and care for Chiron. As the only male figure in Chiron's upbringing, Juan's guidance ultimately contributes to Chiron's survival in the final act. On the other hand, we revisit Kevin after he randomly phones Chiron. This call makes Chiron revert to who he is at heart, a shy, unhealed man of few words. In the final conversation of the movie, Kevin laments not having done the things he wanted to do, only what others thought he should be doing. He's ecstatic about living a new life. Despite having little money and being on probation, he has a son, a job, and the liberty to be his true self. Something he never had until now. Kevin's redemption moves Chiron, who longs for that same liberty. Chiron's vulnerability offers a huge step towards personal growth and breaking generational trauma. Reconnecting with Kevin allows both individuals to atone for their mistakes and move to a place of forgiveness and acceptance of one another. The film's poignant moments like Juan's nurturing guidance and Kevin's heartfelt reconnection underscore the power of human connection in the quest for redemption and the transformative journey to finally strip ourselves of the masks we bear and choose authenticity. Just as moonlight softly illuminates Chiron's true face, so too does this film shine a light on the enduring fight for one's true self. If you like this video, please help this small channel grow by liking, commenting, and/or subscribing. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope to see you again.